Top of the morning, comrades. This video is entitled Growing in the Game. And the reason that I entitled it Growing in the Game is because if you don't groom or mold these holes that you got, you're not going to grow in the game. You're going to continue to be a $200 or $300 a day pimp. And you're not going to get nowhere like that. You might as well have a square job. Because $200 or $300 a day, and you risking your life, be risking the hole's life. Well, for a couple hundred a day, $200 a day, $100 for the hotel room, what that leave you? You got to groom these hoes. You got to groom yourself. You got to grow every day. You got to gain the knowledge. Because, in all honesty, without conversation, you're not going to have no hoes. Without no hoes, you're not going to have no growth. You're not going to have no career. This is real. You got to groom your woman in order for her to grow. Pimping, you got to take her to school every day. Get her off by herself, of course. Let's establish this right here. To me, the way I was successful in my pimping is when I'm having a conversation with one of my females or one of my hoes, always separate. Because you don't want this hoe to know this hoe's personal business. Plus, why would you put a lady on the spot like that? Pimping, you guys got to remember that these are ladies that have decided to dedicate their life to you, to put their life in your hands, to help your pimping grow. And in turn, she's hoping that you're going to be a real man and bring her right along with you. Because that's how this game go. That's how it go. You got to always stay 3 steps to that hoe. You got to always stay 3 steps ahead of that hoe, man. Because that's what pimps do. You got to learn to know these females that you pimping on. And you do that by having a conversation with them, by talking to them, getting to know them. Pimping, check this out. If more pimps took the time to find out about the ladies that they got with them, that's paying them every day and taking chances for them, pimping, if you take the time to know these hoes, if every pimp took the time to turn this hoe inside out, dig into her head, find out who she is, find out what she about, find out what make her tick. Pimping, if every pimp did it would be less cases that pimps would be getting. Because you know the hoe. You done made the hoe. You secure and believing and knowing that you pimping on this bitch. You done put you in her. And every day you kicking it with her. You finding out where her head is. Man, pimping, don't just keep accepting the money. Learn the hoe. If you do that, you're going to have her longer, and you ain't going to never worry about no hoe trying to give you no pimping and pandering case. Man, I was in the game 27 years. I had one pimping and pandering, and it wasn't because I mispimped. It was because my partner, who I was with, didn't want to listen to me. Instead of getting an attorney, he wanted to listen to that bullshit and take some kind of deal, which made him a registered sex offender for the rest of his life. He did that just to walk out the court. So, and that was that was over 30 years ago. But I'm saying, so I went 30 years with one bullshit supposedly pimping and pounding, because I got to know every hoe I had. I got to know her inside and out. When I get her, I'm turning her head inside out. Man, pimping, you better know what hoe that you messing with before you get to call yourself pimping on this hoe. You just met her, or you just knocked her from some pimp that wasn't pimping. He could have damaged that hoe mentally. It's what non-pimps do. Then you get the garbage, and you got to clean up the garbage. You're not going to have no career if you don't get to know these hoes that you messing with. You're going to go to jail, or you ain't going to grow, because you ain't putting no game in the hole for her to grow. You ain't. You got to want this hoe to be the baddest bitch in the world. And it's up to you to make her like that. Take her to school every day. Just pick a topic. And then you and her start having a conversation. Then you start letting her carry the conversation. But you listening. You doing this to see just how she speak. Just how she carry herself. And you checking her all along the way. Of course, at first she might not like it. She probably gonna be asking, why you correcting me with my English? Listen, baby. First of all, I'm taking you to school. I'm grooming you. I'm teaching you how to be a bad bitch. Listen, baby, I'm teaching you how you can sit down with a senator or a president and talk him out his money. How you can have a conversation with him that's going to be interesting and something he going to understand, and he going to continue the conversation. Oh, this ain't no dumb hoe. She interested. And you're going to wind up getting some thousands. But you can't meet a $1 million prospect and you greet him like, hey, what's up? He says, excuse me, how are you? How are you today? See, there's a difference. You got to have class to get some real classy money. You got to. And the reason that you grooming and building these ladies up, each lady in your crew, because in the end, it's going to pay off. You've been pimping on these hoes for a couple of years. You know them. You done put you in them. You done put that class in them. Now they're ready to walk in that bank and ask for a $50,000 loan. Because you done groomed them. You done taught them how to walk. You done taught them how to carry yourself. And this is what you telling her. Baby, this is why I'm grooming you. I'm trying to make you be a better person. I'm trying to make you be a Jackie Onassis bitch with that type of class. Because when you leave this game, baby, this going to carry you on into your next life. Listen, baby, we in this game. This is what you're going to tell this whole pimping. Listen, baby, we in this game together. We in this game to grow, prosperous, make a lot of money, and have a lot of fun, and enjoy each other as we doing it. All this that we doing right now on these tracks, city to city, state to state, Listen, baby, all this is just a stepping stone. That's why I need you listening to me. That's why I need you practicing exactly what I tell you. Because we working for that, higher echelon. We working to touch the sky, baby. So if you listen to me and keep your hand in mine, I'm gonna take you all the way to the top and beyond. We gonna enjoy this journey together, baby. I need you to pay attention to what I'm telling you, because everything that I'm telling you is for me and you. It's to help us grow. It's to help us learn how to enjoy this money once we get it. Because it's all about us. We're a team. We're a team with a dream. And it takes all of us together to build this empire. I just need you to listen to me, baby. I'm not going to steer you wrong. I'm your man. I'm your life and you mine. Let's do it. And let's do it right. Because that's what we in this for. We in this game to grow, prosper, make a lot of money, and have a lot of fun. And that's what we in here for. That's what we doing. That's what we doing this for. We gonna go from the motel to the apartment to the house and whatever come after that, the business, all of that. As long as you stick with me, baby, the world gonna be yours. But you got to get yourself ready. Every day you got to get yourself ready. So for that purpose, that's why I have this conversation with you every day to see how far you done came from yesterday. Because every day you should be closer to your goal. Your goal is making sure that you keep growing every day till you become that bad bitch that pimping wants you to be. Tell that hoe that, man. Give her something to reach for. Paint that picture for her. And then tell it to her. Sprinkle that charm on it when you tell it to her. You know what I'm saying, pimping? Keep that silk in your game and not that sandpaper. It's your job to mold baby, bring her along day by day at a pace that's comfortable for her. You can't put everything that, you can't put all your game into a hoe in one day. You got to milk her to her. You got to give her a little bit at a time, a little bit every day, a little bit here and a little bit there. That's how you got to give it to her. Tell her, I like this line right here. Check this out. Just keep your hand in mine, baby. And we gonna walk this journey together. We ain't gonna get sidetracked. And the reason we're not gonna get sidetracked on this journey, because you believe in your man, and I believe in you. I believe if you keep your hand in mine, that we can touch the stratosphere. I believe you keep your hand in mine, that every dream that you ever had and every dream that I ever had, we're going to make these dreams come true. Baby, we're going to make these dreams come true together. You and me and our family. And that's another reason why I keep stressing to you when you go to work about bringing home another hoe to add to this family, to make it bigger. Because bigger makes it better, baby. The bigger this family get, the better we gonna do. And every hoe I got is going to fulfill her dream. You understand pimping? See, this hoe, she putting her hand in yours. And she expecting you to guide her through this storm. Because in this game, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. But you got to go for it. And through this, and on this journey, through this game, you're not going to have many friends. You might have some associates, but you ain't going to have many friends, pimping. Because this life, compared to the square life, it's like day and night. When squares is going to bed, after they didn't put in a hard day's work, we just getting up and getting ready to get out. We going to our job most of the time when the sun falls. Unless we get to some of them tracks where hoes get money during the day. When squares getting up, shit, we just coming in from the track. With our pockets so fat to look like we got the mumps. If you've been pimping. You got to remember, pimping, in this game, it's so easy to continue to get money every day. You're checking it. You're stacking it. You're spending that shit like water. Because you're getting it like water. And you think it ain't going to never end. You're just spending it. Because it's coming like that. You're new to the game. You're too deep. With no sleep. So you're having maybe 1,000 a day. And you're trying to spend 1,000 a day. Because you're getting it like that. It's new to you. You excited. You checking money. You're screaming pimping. Then them hoes get busted. You ain't saved no bank. Now they in jail. And you ain't got no money. Because you done just went paid $700 a piece for them Vogue tires that you done put on that lack. But the bitch in jail. So you ain't got no bank. Now all you got is the lack. Not pimping. Not pimping. The first thing you do when you're on the track and you start getting money, then you stack that bank. You connect with your bail bondsman. You find out what his fee is. And you put that money away. You tuck that money away somewhere where you ain't going to touch it. Because that money right there, that's your lifeline. Because without a hoe, you ain't pimping, man. Nah, bitch in jail, both of them. You probably got, what, $200-300 in your pocket? But that ain't going to make the bail. So what you going to do now? Look what position you done put yourself in now. See, pimping is putting yourself in position to grow without having to take no steps back. Okay, check this out right here. I got $500 out this whole day. I just spent all the rest of my money. But I know that this bitch gonna get some more money. So I just spent my $500. I'm trying to keep up, with the Joneses, my homeboys, my pimping partners. But they deeper than me. But I'm still trying to fake like I'm getting money. Say, man, check this out. If you got one hoe, ain't no way in the world that you can compete money-wise with a pimp that's got 3 hoes. So quit trying. Pimping is a competition. But in order to win, you got to get deep. If you want to compete, get deep. Otherwise, continue to just take it turtle slow with that one bitch. And hope she don't break a leg, or hope she don't go to jail, or uh, say, I hate to like be hesitating, but pimping know what he's saying. It's just that I get inboxes from so many young pimps with one hoe. Everybody start off with one hoe. I understand that. But what I'm telling you is pimping, you got one hoe, you got to pimp that bitch, man. You got to pimp that bitch, man. Pimp her so you can get in position. Pimp the bitch so you can get in position where you ain't got to look back. And what does that? Is having a motherfucking bankroll, pimping. That you done pimped out of a hoe's ass. See, when you got one bitch, you really can't be playing. You really got to be pimping. But pimping, one too close to none. See, you got one hoe. When I was down to one hoe, I was just nervous. I was just nervous. I had a bankroll, but I was nervous. Because if something happened to this bitch, then what? Pimping, one too close to none. So your advantage to staying ahead with one bitch is to stack your bank. As long as you got that bail money tucked away and you know you're not going to even touch that, that's like money you ain't even got. Then you can pimp. Then now you're using your head. Now you're growing. You got that money put away. Now you're working on your next bank. That next bank you building, that's to buy you a car. So you got the bail money for the hoe tucked away. You got the money for your car tucked away. Because you need that fly ride. You need that pimp mobile, man. So every state and city you put in, man, you can represent this pimping, man. You got to have a pimp mobile, man. And it's got to be fly. So you got that money tucked away. Okay. So it makes sense that you got with them two banks tucked away. Now you're working on your third bank. That third bank is for you a spot to live in. You got to pick somewhere where you got to pick a spot, a city or state where you want it to be your home base. Now I already told you that pimping is a road game. That's understood. But you got to have a home base. You know why pimping? Because it's not only security for you, it's security for them hoes, pimping. Of course, they're on the highway, city to city, state to state, but they feel secure. Sure, they're in motels right now, but they're at work. Be on a mission, and they understand that. But you can believe that they telling them hoes, I got an apartment. We just on the road getting daddy's money. See, all this goes back to my last video on how to lock a hoe. So you got to give these hoes some security. Have a home base. Have some place to call home. Then you can go where you want to go. But them hoes know that they got a home. They know that if everything stopped, they can always go back home and start over. And you know that yourself. Things get rough, things get tough, which happens. You done been in 3 different cities. You ain't even got to get a week's work in. You're going in your bankroll now. You're spending money and only making some pennies. I've never been there pimping. I know how it is. So you're feeling insecure. You worried. Damn, man, I hope these hoes don't get busted. That's going to take my whole bank. But pimping, That's your fault. Pimp up, and you're not going to feel like that. Stack your money, stack your bank, so when you stand on that bankroll, you're a foot tall, up off the ground, standing on your money that you done pimped up on. That's your security, pimping. That's your security. When you secure, them hoes really secure. Stack that bankroll, pimping. And you ain't gonna be able to do none of this if you don't groom that hoe. You ain't gonna be able to do none of this if you don't teach that hoe how to sit down with presidents and kings. If you don't do that, you're gonna be pimping like a motherfucking snail, man. You ain't gonna like the game. It's gonna be boring. It's gonna be boring to the hoes. Because the hoe ain't getting no money. And when the hoe ain't getting no money, that's your fault. You got to keep your foot on her neck with game. You got to use silk to pop it to her. Baby, what is this money you trying to give me? What happened? Listen, you better have a good excuse. Now what happened? So you sit down here and you listen to her excuse. You listen. You ask her questions. Then once you do all that, okay, baby, I understand that, but I want you to understand this right here. The purpose of you going to work is to get my money. The purpose of you getting my money is to help us grow. The purpose of us growing is to touch the sky. And why we want to touch the sky? Because that's what this game is about, touching the sky. I'm pimping, ho. You hoeing. Do your job. Get a pimp his money. Then you turn around and send that hoe back out the door. Go get daddy's money, baby. I know you didn't want to just give me this. I know this is just a down payment on the rest of your nice work. So go get my money, girl. I'm going to be right out there riding in case you need me. You got to keep silking this game, man. Show. You could have came off, look, bitch. You playing with pimping? Bitch, are you playing with my motherfucking money, bitch? Bitch, get your motherfucking ass back out that door. Get my money, ho. I'm not pimping. Which one you think might work a little bit better? Now, at times, the trap ain't right. A pimp gonna get animated and he gonna be popping his collar and talking that shit to the bitch. But pimp gotta sit back a little bit and tone it down a little bit and ease it in on that bitch, but with authority. Look that bitch in the eye, make her drop her eyes, cause she know that she ain't fucked up and your trap ain't right. The bitch expecting you to yell at her. But you gonna yell at the bitch, but you gonna yell at her with some silk. You know what, baby? I'm really disappointed in you. Everything you asked me for, I tried to do. Matter of fact, fuck that. I don't try to do anything. Everything you ask me, ho, I do. So in turn, I expect you to do the same for me that I do for you. Get my money, baby. A little silk pimping. It ain't always got to be, that sandpaper shit. Just try it sometime. Just try it. So, I'm going to tell you a little story about what happened when I was on the track the other night. So, Pimpin' pull up on the track. It's been the same little group. I think they've been in Hollywood probably for about the last 3 weeks. I done already threw 2 holes back, man. See, that's another thing about this game. Pimpin', Every pimp want to have a hoe, but then every pimp got to know when to hold them or when to fold them. In other words, every pimp got to know when to keep that hoe or throw that hoe away. See, one apple spoiled the whole bunch. If you catch a hoe like that, man, get that bitch out your stable. Get her out quick before she do some damage to the rest of your hoes. Because it's possible, pimping, it can happen in a couple of hours. All money ain't good money, and all hoes ain't made to keep. You got to know when to keep them, because you pimping and you counting money and not heads. You got to know when to keep them or when to throw them hoes back, man, for it cost you some jail time and cost you your whole career. Mold these hoes into the baddest bitches that you want them to be. If every pimp do that, it won't be so many fags like y'all call them. So stay hungry, and remember, pimping, you the prize.